Hi everyone, this is French Key, and in this video I will show you how to duplicate a badge that opens access control RFID door. So this is original badge. You see this is lighting green, and this is a badge I want to duplicate on these badges that I will speak about later. So first command to run will be HF search, just to have an idea what is this kind of badge and some basic information about it. So in this case I get a 4 bytes UID, and it tells me this is a Mifare classic 1 kilo badge, and the pseudo-random number generator is weak, so I will run HF MF dark side attack. So MF dark side here. This attack will actually crack one key of this badge, and this badge has 32 keys in it, so it will crack only one first, and when this key is cracked, okay, it was pretty quick in this case, when this key is cracked, you can use it with a HF MF nested attack, and I will use a help to double check how to use it. And in this case you see it's a basic command, but you don't want to forget anything, so copy paste is a good way to do it. 1 means Mifare 1 kilo, 0 means block 0, because by default the dark side attack, if you don't give it any parameter, it will try to crack the sector 0 key. So this is this one. I will also copy paste it. And one thing that is very important is not to forget the D parameter. If you don't put it, it will work, but it will only display the found keys. If you use the D parameter, it will actually save everything in a file. So I run it, and it's testing this key first, and it found it already 17 times. So it means 17 keys in this badge are already the first one here. But all the other ones are not known yet, and this is cracking one after the other, all the keys, as you can see here. So once we will have all these keys known and saved into a file, we will use them and dump, so extract all the data from this badge. So here you have a list of all the A keys that are all the same in this case, and the last B key is actually also the same, but all the other B keys are different. So it has created a bin file with all these keys inside. So I will just run HF MF dump without any parameter, because by default the Proxmark will read what is the UID of this badge and search in the same folder for a file of the same name, of the same UID. So if you have it already, you can just run it, and very quickly it will read all the sectors in this badge. So just wait a few seconds and you have it. Okay, so here you see it has created 3 different files, but they are actually with the same content, just a different layout. The one I will use is a bin file here, and this is this one, and here I have all the data from my badge. So all this data is the keys that you have here, here, this is the A keys, you have also the B keys here, here, and so on. You have all the content, so the content is FFF, FFF almost everywhere. If you go down here, I have 0 instead of FFF. Here I have some ASCII text in here, and on the top I have some data here, that is used potentially by the reader, and the very beginning is actually the UID of this badge. So here we have 100% of the content of this badge. I will write this to another badge. Okay, so if I take this badge, for example, or some other empty badge, I will be able to make a duplicate. So this one actually made some tests, so this one is already duplicated. So I take another one to show you. So this one here is completely empty. If I put it here, you see it's blinking red. So now I will use HF MF cload, which means Chinese card load file. And why Chinese card is that because when you want to duplicate the content of a badge, you cannot duplicate it on another original badge. For example, this one is not working, and I could say I want to duplicate the content of this one to this one. But if you do this, only the content will be duplicated, but not the very beginning of the content, which is the UID. And the reason is that the UID is of course electronic data, but it's also mechanically engraved here, and they are different. And this is made in a way that you cannot modify the electronic data of the UID. To do this, you need the so-called Chinese cards that you can find on Lab 401. And for example, here I have a card that I have made with Lab 401 for my company. And I would advise you, if you need to make a few hundreds or a few thousand badges, to contact Lab 401 for your specific needs. And you can have custom shape, custom text on it, especially for you. So in this case, I will use one of my company badges to make the duplicate. Use HF MF cload, and again I will use the help command just to check how to do it exactly. And it tells me I use HF MF cload and the name of the dump that I just made. So if I want to use a binary file, I will use a B. So HF MF cload B, and I will copy paste the name of my file here. And here is good. It tells me that it has written everything on this badge. So now it works. I made a perfect duplicate of my badge using a Lab 401 badge and the Proxmark. A few additional notes about it is that this content are exactly the same. So the reader cannot differentiate the content of these two badges. They look exactly the same. But some higher security reader, they can find out that this is a duplicate. And the way it does it is that it will actually send it the special Chinese commands to unlock the UID. And if the badge accepts it, it means this is a rewritable badge, which means obviously to the reader this is not genuine. So if you go on Lab 401, you will find special badges like this one, and this one have a one-time UID badges, which means that you can write only once the UID, and then it will act exactly as original badge. So if you have to deal with higher security readers, I would strongly advise you to use one-time write badges. So that's it for this video. You see it's pretty quick and easy to duplicate RFID badges. And in some next videos, we will speak about it, but also with Chameleon Mini and Chameleon Tiny. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.